The first video I posted after relaunching my channel back in August 2023 is my boss trying to sabotage me, has been my most successful one to date. So following on from that, in this video, I want to discuss 5 more subtle but no less damaging signs that your boss may be trying to sabotage you, damaging your experience at work and potentially your future career. I'm Jo Banks. I've been a professional executive business coach for 15 years and I'm sharing what I know. So no big intro here. Let's dive in with the first one, mismatching skills and tasks. One of the most underhanded ways a boss can sabotage you is by deliberately assigning tasks that do not align with your skills or expertise. This is different from assigning unrealistic tasks, as it involves projects that technically you could achieve, but they're outside your area of strength. This strategy can be to undermine your confidence, reducing your productivity and making it difficult to excel, especially if you're judged by the results of your work in areas where you're not an expert. For example, imagine you are an exceptional software engineer, but your boss continually assigns you to tasks in customer service or marketing, areas outside your expertise. On the surface, it may seem like an opportunity to broaden your skills and to multitask, but if it becomes a pattern, it's a tactic to put you in situations where you're likely to fail or at least struggle. This misalignment is often compounded by a lack of support or resources to complete the task. If your boss gives you these assignments without proper training or guidance, or the time needed to learn and do the tasks, it could be a red flag that they're intentionally trying to create a situation where your performance will suffer. Number 2, public criticism or belittling in front of colleagues. Feedback is a natural part and a necessary part in any workplace, but when criticism becomes public and excessively harsh, it's a strong sign of sabotage. A boss who constantly criticizes or belittles you in front of others may be trying to undermine your reputation, not only within the team, but across the entire company and sometimes externally too. This tactic can be especially damaging in environments where reputation is critical to success. When your boss points out your mistakes or missteps in meetings, emails, copying the world and his mother in, or even casual conversations in front of other employees, it creates an atmosphere of public shaming. They may couch these remarks in the guise of constructive criticism. But if the feedback is excessively harsh or exaggerated, the real goal is to humiliate you and make others lose confidence in your abilities. The real goal here may be to humiliate you and make others lose confidence in your abilities. Public criticism creates a toxic work environment, lowering morale and potentially isolating you from your peers. It's designed to make you feel inadequate by also signaling to others that you're not competent. Over time, this may erode your self-esteem and standing in the company, creating a cycle of underperformance that the boss can then use as proof of your inadequacy. Number 3, micromanaging your work. Micromanagement can be a normal but misguided managerial trait for some people. But when it becomes extreme and completely one-sided, it can be a subtle form of sabotage. I discuss micromanaging in a lot more detail in a previous video. I'll leave the link below. A boss who is constantly looking over your shoulder, requesting constant updates or making tiny nitpicky corrections is essentially telling you that they don't trust your judgment or abilities. This lack of trust can have a suffocating effect on your productivity and creativity. Micromanagement is a sabotage tactic that involves more than just controlling your workflow. It's a method of eroding your confidence. The more your boss interferes with your decision-making and processes, the less ownership you feel over your work, your future, and your career. Over time, this can lead to self-doubt, second-guessing, and a lack of motivation. In extreme cases, micromanagement can lead to burnout, as the constant pressure needed to meet the boss's detailed demands can be completely overwhelming. You may find yourself spending more and more time managing your boss's expectations than actually doing the work you're supposed to be doing, which impacts your overall performance, job satisfaction, and your well-being. Number 4, inconsistent or changing expectations. Another form of sabotage is constantly shifting the goalposts, making it nearly impossible for you to meet expectations or succeed in your role. This is an incredibly common one that I hear really frequently, especially where narcissism or bullying is involved. Your boss may set one standard or expectation for your work, only to change it at the last minute or deny that those were the original instructions. This tactic makes it difficult for you to ever feel like you've got it right. For instance, your boss may praise you for completing a task in one way and then criticize you the next time for using the same approach. This inconsistency is not just confusing, it's designed to make you feel inadequate and unsure of your abilities. If you can't predict what your boss wants or expects, you'll spend more time worrying about meeting their arbitrary standards than focusing on the quality of your work. And this behaviour may also manifest in shifting deadlines or unclear priorities. Your boss might give you an urgent task only to deprioritise it later or ask for something non-urgent to be done immediately. Over time, this kind of inconsistency can lead to stress, frustration, and a sense of futility, as no matter how hard you try, you can never seem to meet expectations. Number 5, denying you growth opportunities. If your boss is actively blocking your access to professional growth opportunities, such as training, mentorship, promotions, or valuable projects, it could be a sign that they're trying to sabotage your long-term career development. While some managers might do this out of neglect or poor management, it can also be a deliberate tactic to keep you stagnant in your role. A healthy workplace or a healthy manager encourages growth, offering employees opportunities to improve their skills and take on new challenges. A boss who deliberately keeps you away from advancing your career is preventing you from gaining the experience or credentials that could help you move up the ladder. For example, they might prevent you from attending conferences, signing up for workshops, or even volunteering for high visibility projects. They may also give these opportunities to others in your team while excluding you. Another example I've seen just this week is that somebody was signed up to come on a workshop with me, and at the last minute, their boss wouldn't let them come. This behaviour is especially damaging because it affects your future beyond your current job. Without access to development opportunities, you may struggle to advance in your career or find new opportunities elsewhere. In addition, being denied these opportunities while others are given them can also make you feel unworthy or inadequate, further eroding your confidence and motivation. The wrap-up. Recognising signs of sabotage is critical for protecting yourself and your career. While more obvious tactics like I discussed in the previous video, including undermining your efforts, withholding information, are more easy to identify, more subtle methods such as public belittling, inconsistent expectations, mismatched skills, denying growth opportunities can be every bit as damaging over time. If you suspect that your boss is intentionally trying to sabotage you, it's important to document these behaviours and seek advice from HR or a trusted mentor. Above all, trust your instincts. If your work environment feels toxic or hostile and your boss's behaviour is making it difficult for you to succeed, it's possible that their actions are not just poor management, but a deliberate attempt to hold you back. The earlier you recognise these signs, the better equipped you'll be to address the situation and protect your career. I have strategies for how to do this in many of my videos, and I'll leave some helpful links below. What next? If you have anything you'd like to add to today's video or any topics you'd like me to cover in future episodes, please leave it in the comments section below. I read and respond to everything and really love interacting with you all. If you enjoyed this video, please do me the biggest favour and support this channel with a like, comment, subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. Finally, thank you to everybody who stays until the very end, and thanks so much for your support. It really does mean the world to me.